Season 1, Episode 4. Okay, if you haven't seen the first 3 videos, I would say go back and look at them. They kind of introduced me and what this whole video series is about. So if you haven't seen them yet, go back and check them out. But if you've seen them, let's move on to something else. Before we start the video for this week, I want to answer some questions that I have been asked. Question number 1. What does I am MJ 207 mean? Well, basically it's this. If someone asks, who are you? I say, I am MJ. Get it? I am MJ. You kind of spell it out like that. And the 207 comes from 07, which used to be my racing number years ago, and I was very much known for it. I had a personalized license plate of it. Somebody gave me a gift of a necklace and a ring that had, you know, the 07 on it, and that was always known for that. But now being away from it for so long, I kind of don't feel like the same person. You know, I've grown up, I've aged quite a bit, and it's just not the same, so I wanted to add the 2 for, you know, second time around, or, you know, second chance. And that's what the 207 and the I am MJ is. I am MJ 207. Question number 2. When will you be doing updates or modifications to the bike? Not till wintertime. That's kind of my goal with this summer, is to ride it as is, get a lot of footage. In the wintertime, obviously, we're not going to be able to get a lot of riding footage. So I'm going to take the wintertime as, you know, modifications, you know, looks-wise, performance-wise, everything like that. That's going to be done over the wintertime. So the bike is going to stay stone stock the way it is for the rest of the summer. And question number 3, it's kind of a weird question, but a lot of guys who do the video, you know, blogging, whatever, they name their bikes. One of the guys I like to watch is Lyndon Poskett on Adventure Specs, you know, Races to Places. He named his bike after his late grandfather, and he calls it Basil Bike. And I had a friend of mine who used to call all his Nellie Bell, so it was Nellie Bell 1, and then the next bike was Nellie Bell 2, and all that. I don't have a name for the bike yet. I'm not against having a name for the bike yet, but if I do, I probably don't want it to be a male or female name. I probably want it to be just like this, you know, random word like Flash or Thumper or whatever. So that's it. The bike doesn't have a name yet, so maybe in the future, depending on how the bike turns out, maybe we'll name it. Now that we have all those questions out of the way, let's get to some riding.
I'm on my dirt bike, riding on my dirt bike, going too fast and I'm coming run the curb like...
For the limelight, so I ride into town just observing the sights. Hear the ear, I'm coming. Hear the ear, they running.
Through all the years of riding, I had a bunch of friends I used to ride with, and we always had a rule: never ride alone. Why? In case you get hurt or something, and you can't ask for help. The other person's there to go get help, or if the bike breaks down, they can tow you. This is a true story. One of the friends of mine wanted to go out to one of our practice tracks and do some laps, and he went by himself, and it wasn't dangerous because the practice track was near a house of family members, and they had heard him riding on the track for, you know, a while, and then all of a sudden they didn't hear anything for quite a while, and they thought, well, is he taking a break? But it's been a while, so they decided to go down and check out, see what was going on, and they found him out cold in the middle of the track. He had wrecked and knocked himself out cold. Now, long story short, everything is fine. He didn't get hurt, just got knocked out, nothing major. But the fact that they sat and figured out from the time they stopped hearing his bike till the time they got down there that he was knocked out for like 20 minutes, and that's not cool. The footage you're watching now is for one of the second times I was out on these trails, and I don't know a lot of this area. And I was riding around, and I'm going down this one path, and I see this giant swamp, water, stagnant-looking thing in front of me, and I decided I don't want to go through that. I want to jump off to the other trail on the right-hand side, and guess what is there? Boom, more water. Now, the action cam is going to cut off here in a second because something in the crash made it cut out, and the audio didn't work either. But I did get the crash, and as you see, I'm like knee-deep in mud and water there, and it was like the stickiest mud I've ever been on. I couldn't get the bike started, and I couldn't get it out, and I tried for like 20 minutes, and I couldn't even move the thing. It was so stuck, and I couldn't get footing on the ground to get it out of there or anything like that. But this is where I say about never ride alone, because there are a lot of people who ride on that trail, and I was very thankful this day for this group of people right here, I don't know their names, and if you guys were there that day and you're watching this, thank you so much, because you guys helped me get the bike out and helped me get it started, and I was very thankful for that. And that just, it was a little embarrassing, but I'm ridiculously thankful for that. So I got the bike started, got on my way, and was very thankful again for the help from those guys. That if it wasn't for them, I'm sure eventually I would have gotten out, but it was a lot easier having someone there for you. So kids, remember, whether it be because of a bad wreck or bad mud, never ride alone. Till next time, it's Michael Joseph saying take care and God bless.